أَقِمِ الصَّلَاةَ لِذِكْرِي, establish the prayer for my remembrance. And when the heart is watered with the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then the branches become moist and they produce all sorts of fruits and vegetables and beneficial things. Allah Azza wa Jal also says in the Quran, أَلَمْ يَأْنِ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَن تَخْشَعَ قُلُوبُهُمْ لِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ وَمَا نَزَلَ مِنَ الْحَقِّ. Isn't it time for those who believe to humble their hearts through the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and what He has revealed of the truth? Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he says about this verse, he says, the time between us becoming Muslim, accepting Islam, and the revelation of this verse was 4 years. Meaning Allah rebuked us after 4 years of being Muslim that your hearts are becoming rusty. Your hearts are becoming hard. Do not let your hearts become distant from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah Azza wa Jal admonished us to come back and to immerse ourselves in khushu'. And so we're past the condemnation of الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ, those who are forgetful with their prayers. And we're now to the admonishment of, isn't it time to humble your heart to the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the truth that He has revealed. And so in that, what does khushu' mean? When someone says, I want khushu', what exactly are they asking for from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So let's go through some of the terms. There's the word khashya. Khashya. Khashya refers to internal reverence, the awe of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so khashya is one ingredient. Then there is khudu'. And khudu' refers to external reverence. Okay, so the external reverence of the limbs. Khushu' is the combination of external and internal reverence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's when the internal reverence of Allah produces the external reverence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. And if there's a definition for the word khushu', I know that sometimes we define it as humility. The definition of khushu' would most accurately be silence. Silence, stillness, quiet. But it's not just an external quiet. You know, someone could be listening to me speak and their minds are everywhere else. Not you all, of course, but someone could be listening to someone speak to them and their minds are completely preoccupied with something else, right? Khushu' is when what is ahead of you is so great that you're silent on the inside as well. That you're not thinking about anything else. That everything is focused on the matter that's ahead of you. And what do we take this from? It's like when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about the Day of Judgment, وَخَشَعَتِ الْأَصْوَاتُ لِلرَّحْمَنِ فَلَا تَسْمَعُ إِلَّا هَمْسَهُ. That all of the voices are silenced in the presence of Ar-Rahman.